found another fire truck that I want. And it's only 2 hours away from the house, so we came up to see it, and here it is. Whoa. I'll keep you posted. So I decided not to get it. We drove 2 hours to Ocala to see this 1964 Ford. It's a really cool truck actually. So it's a Ford chassis with a 1965 Howe pumper, and then of course it has a Mack hood, which was really interesting. And it was fun to see, but it just wasn't for us. And the reason was, there were really a few reasons. First of all, the truck itself had some real issues, and it was going to be a huge project. But since I'm getting the American La France from New York, I didn't want 2 huge projects. And one of the projects was a brake issue, which I could fix fairly easily. It was a valve that needed to be fixed. However, the other problem was a transmission problem, and the truck just wouldn't shift from the low gears to the high gears. The owner told us that his neighbor mechanic looked at it, and even the mechanic didn't want to be the one to touch it. That sent up red flags all over the place. So that was a problem. Now another problem was that it didn't have all the accoutrements, all the accessories, if you will, that would normally come on a fire truck and that were in the pictures, because I really love having antiques with the original parts. They didn't know if the gauges were original, they didn't know if the gauges worked. I probably would have gotten rid of the hose because I really wanted to use that flatbed for some other purposes. But, you know, having like the brass couplings that were original, all of that would have been really neat, but we just didn't know if it was original. That I just didn't drive well. I didn't feel good in it, right? Like, if I'm going to take on this kind of project, I have to feel really good. And then the drive was so bumpy. It was like, I mean, I'm sure you saw it in the videos. It was loud and it was rough and it just wasn't fun to drive. And if I'm going to have an antique, if I'm going to invest my heart, my time, my energy, my resources into fixing this puppy up, I've got to love it. I've got to love the look. I've got to love the feel. I've got to love everything about it. So while it would have been easier to work on, it just having that kind of big transmission problem accompanied with the lack of original and working parts, and I didn't love it, I said it was a pass. Thanks for tuning in. There's no brake, it's not going to work. Must use the e-brake.